everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and today you're going to be watching me attempt to read a book completely at my apartment pool.
It's Brittany, bitch.
I used to love swimming growing up, but as I've become an adult, I really don't like swimming, and it's not because I don't like swimming, it's because I've never had my own private swimming pool since I was a child, and I just really don't like other people in my space, so I have a really hard time going to public pools or even the pools at my apartment complex, especially since the one at my new apartment complex, since we moved to Albuquerque, is constantly teeming with people and children. I think it's because it's the only pool in the complex, and it's not a giant complex, but there's always people here, and there's a lot of kids that live here, so I really always liked my pool as a kid, like to play with my friends and my brothers, etc. And then as I became older, I really liked it for the serenity of a pool, but since there's always people in it, it's like kind of frustrating. But I wanted to challenge myself to read a book by the pool to, number one, get outside more, because it's just been too hot for me otherwise, and I think going by a pool would be acceptable. Number two, to get more vitamin D, since it's been too hot to go for our daily walks. My brother and I are definitely feeling the effects of not going out every single day, so I really want to go out and get some vitamin D, which is nice and healthy. And three, to challenge myself to read a book just by the pool. I think it's a nice challenge, and it'll keep me outside, and then I can accomplish a book. And that book I chose was Beach Read by Emily Henry. I finally received it. I've been waiting for this book since forever, and it's a nice floppy paperback to read by the pool. So I'm really excited. I know it's not completely beachy. If you know anything about this book, it's supposed to be like a romance, but it's really a lot more dark than that. Gus and January are both authors, but Gus writes like literary fiction where people ends up dying, and then January writes like rom-com romances. And they decide for the summer, when they're like broke at this beach houses, to switch, and they're each gonna write each other's genre. So Gus takes her to like look into a cult, and she helps him write a romance. And I think this kind of goes into a lot of like January's issues with her family. That's kind of all I really know about it, and I'm hoping that it's good. I know it's not going to be a completely light beachy read, but that's okay. I'm going into it with those expectations, and I'm just excited to read something nice by the pool. I think one of the reasons I've also been afraid to read by the pool is because I'm afraid that the kids are gonna like splash me and get my book wet, or my phone, especially because like you don't know these people. There's such a realm of like okayness to be like, hey, don't fucking splash me, you know what I mean? So I thought about just trying to go outside and get some sun, but that's what I'm gonna challenge myself to do. I'm gonna challenge myself probably go out to the pool after work each day too, and just go read even for like an hour. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So I'm gonna try to start today. Today's a Sunday, and I'm gonna try to read this by the pool for a little bit. If I fail and I don't do it, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow, like that's fine, but I want to try to go to the pool and only read this at the pool. So if I can get this done in a couple days, like that would be great, but I also just don't know. So we'll see if my challenge can be completed. We're doing it, it's happening, it's going down. Of course, now it's a little bit cloudy, like it always is in the afternoons, but I see a lot of empty seats, so hopefully no one will bother us. Okay, I think it's been like an hour and a half, and I'm already on chapter 9, page 82, and so far it's good. They just made the deal to switch each other's genres and write each other's books. So far so good. I don't know, I don't have any outstanding complaints. It's been pretty cloudy, so it hasn't been too hot. We did try to jump in the pool, but it was fucking freezing. Even though it's like 90 degrees out, there's no like sun hitting it, and I don't think it's freaking solar heated, so we're gonna go pick up some dinner. But I will come back to this tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and go to the pool after work. And so at this pace, I should be able to finish it within like 4 days. So that is my goal. It has been like a week since I talked to you last, and I kind of knew that was gonna happen, where I wasn't gonna get a chance to go to the pool during the week. And I did try, but we get a lot of afternoon thunderstorms here, and you obviously don't really want to go to the pool when it's thunder and lightning and raining. So I'm gonna take this to the pool, and I'm gonna try to get another, like, I want to at least get like 2/3 into the novel, because I honestly would like to finish it this weekend. Today is a Saturday, so I have today and tomorrow, and I also just don't know what tomorrow's weather's gonna be like. I know it's gonna rain tomorrow, I just don't know what time, so I'm gonna try my best to read as much as I can by the pool today. But also today is very hot and sunny, which is great, but also the very hot part is a struggle. So let's see what I can get done. So I got to page 245, or chapter 21, and I'm pretty impressed with myself, because honestly, it was like kind of awful. Like, it is just so uncomfortable sitting in 94-degree heat at 5,300 feet and like not getting in the pool for like 2 hours of that. I'm most of the way into this. I only have like 105 pages left of this, and that was kind of my goal. Is I wanted like about 100 pages that I have to read tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to try to go out as well, because obviously during the week I knew it was not going to really work for me. I do like the idea of reading by the pool, but actually doing it is a struggle. Anyway, that's also why my face is red. It's actually not sunburnt. I really wasn't in the sun with my face for very long. It's because I am still so overheated. So now I'm going to take a very nice cold shower, but first I want to fill you in on Beach Read. Obviously Gus is trying to write a romance, and she's trying to write like a literary fiction about cults, and they're doing the research on both of their ends. Nothing much really has happened. This is very character focused, and I definitely have a hard time with character focused novels if I'm not connecting with the characters, and I'm just really not. Let me rephrase. I really like January as a character. I like her as a character. I like being in her brain. I really just don't care for her romance with Gus. I just don't feel like their romance fits at all. It just feels very disjointed from the rest of the novel. I almost feel like this would have been the perfect novel for them to be like really good friends. I feel like this totally could have used like a platonic relationship between them, because I can feel the platonic relationship, but like a romantic relationship just feels very forced between them. I so badly like want more platonic relationships in fiction, like beautiful platonic friendships where you can help each other through a hard time and just become better people because of it. Anyway, I'm gonna take a shower now. I'm done. We're gonna attempt this tomorrow, and I'm really gonna try and do it tomorrow. It's Sunday. We're at the pool. It's in the morning time before we have thunderstorms at like 3 p.m. So right now it's currently 11:20, and I'm gonna finish this, and I have a bogle and some coffee. And it's still a little bit too hot for my taste, but hopefully I can finish it up as quickly as possible.
No matter how far I try, life will get me there. To live and shout it loud every single time. Would it be lonely to live above the bright blue sky? As I gaze you, I let the light shine on me.
It might be a little bit loud because the apartment right there has their AC going. But anyway, I just finished Beach Read, and I really don't know how to feel about it. I think it was an okay read. I feel like this is a good like 3 stars. Like, it's not badly written. I just really hated Gus as a character, to be quite honest. I think I've realized that throughout the entire novel. Is I really liked following January, and I liked her other family and friends and her dilemma with her father's death and like, you know, dealing with that. But I really do not care about Gus. I really hated him as a character. He was very annoying. So every time that they were together, which was a lot of the last half of the book they were together, yeah, I just don't care. And that definitely affected my rating, because I just really don't like him as a character. I think he's pretentious and annoying and moody, and like, I am so broken and no one else can be as broken as I am. And I really don't like him as a character. Like, to be quite honest, I really don't. He is a pretentious, elitist asshole that nobody likes. And I still don't like him how many years later. So that definitely affected my rating. And I'm very glad that I finished this. I'm very proud of myself for reading this at the pool. It is very hot. I think my knees were a little sunburnt, but I mean, overall, I think it was a fun experience to come out and read by the pool. But at the same time, I really wish I would have picked a different book. I also had a really big problem with the flow of this novel. A lot of it was dark and twisty, and the other part was like light and fluffy. It just needed to decide what it wanted to do. I didn't mind if it was all dark and twisty or all light and fluffy, but it needed to decide what tone it wanted to create, and it was just very lost. And I think that's also why I just felt lost, and some parts of the book I really enjoyed, and other parts I really did not. So I think I'm just gonna go with like a good 3.25 stars or something. I feel like it's a good novel. I would recommend it, but it's not really my thing. And that's the tea today, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and talk to you guys next time. Bye!